Welcome back to Diecast Driven. As you can see today, we are back to the cars. This is Kenny Wallace's 1999 Chevrolet Monte Carlo that he ran in the Checker Auto Parts Duralube 500 at Phoenix International Raceway. As you can see, it's sponsored by Aerosmith and Square D being his main sponsor, but here we have a special paint scheme for Aerosmith. He started the race in 12th position and ended up finishing in 18th, one lap down. Didn't tear the car up, brought it home in one piece, so that was good. I really like this paint scheme because of the black and silver and red. It's a really cool color combination. As a colorblind person, these are very simple colors for me to see, and they kind of all stand out from each other. So I really like the relatively simple nature of this car. But I also like the rivets that are on the back half of the car on the silver part. And then one other thing to note is I did, of course, make this car. This was created from an Elite body, and I took it all apart, repainted it, recreated this brilliant paint scheme. The main reason for doing this was because the actual car was put on the wrong body. It was on a 2000 Monte Carlo body and not the 99 body, so it just looked different, and it was all plasticky and cheap, so I went for the upgraded Elite version. I like the contrast from this car from the front, the dark black with the red to the back, and I mean even it has the Square D logo that has that little bit of yellow in it, so that is kind of cool from that aspect, but also just the simple complexity it offers with the rivets and even the Aerosmith wings behind the number on the sides. So overall, this is a really cool paint scheme, and I'm happy that I could add it to my collection. Aerosmith isn't my favorite band, but I would say they're probably in my top 5. But now, speaking of my favorite band, we're going to transition over here to this Aric Almirola car. This is his 2009 Chevrolet Impala SS that he ran for Earnhardt Ganassi Racing in the Samsung 500 at Texas Motor Speedway on April 5th. Actually, it was one of my favorite races because Jeff Gordon did win that race, breaking his long drought at Texas and getting his only win of the year in 2009. So this race had a little bit of significance for me, but of course Aric Almirola finished the race in 33rd after starting 41st, so I guess a little improvement. Didn't do much all day, ended up finishing 6 laps down, but this was early in his career, and this was pretty soon after the DEI and Ganassi merger, if I remember correctly. I think that might have taken place in 08 after Junior left in 07. My memory's a little bit fuzzy on all those things. Getting old over here. But yeah, the paint scheme here is really cool. It's another custom on an Elite body. This was never made in any diecast form, so when I saw that Metallica had a paint scheme, I really wanted to have that diecast, and I never really played Guitar Hero much as a kid. I was never really good at it, so I kind of stayed away from it. I did play a lot of video games, but Guitar Hero was not one of them. So overall, another relatively simple but cool paint scheme, mostly black with a few design features on it with gray and yellow. I really like how the yellow splitter stands out against the gray nose. I think that's really cool. This diecast was pretty fun to build actually because it was on an Elite, and for 2009 it had the tethers underneath the hood, roof, and deck lid, so it added a little bit extra complexity to the car. But overall, it was pretty fun to make, and it turned out great. Thank you guys for watching this week. I hope you enjoyed the 2 cars, and we'll see you next week for 2 more band cars. Take care now. Bye.